Do you want to go whitewater rafting? Come on an adventure with us as we detail 13 lucky questions you should ask before thinking about rafting the deadly New River in New River Gorge National Park. By the end of this video, we guarantee you'll know whether to make a rafting reservation for you and your family or stay on dry land. Let's get started. The first question a lot of people ask is, will I fall out of the raft? While falling out of the raft can happen, it's common on the lower New River and gauley, but on the upper New River, if you follow your guide's instructions, you should stay in the boat. But it's a lot of fun to swim in the river, and falling out may be the best story to tell. Before your trip, you'll receive safety training, including how to position yourself if you do end up in the water. Guides will instruct you on how to float safely in the swimmer's position, on your back, feet first, and they are trained to quickly assist you back into the raft. Wearing a life jacket ensures that even if you fall out, you'll stay buoyant and safe until you're back in the boat. If you are planning ahead, you may have time to consider this next question, and later, we'll discuss how dangerous rafting can be. What's the best time of year to go rafting in the New River Gorge? The best time to raft the New River Gorge depends on your preferences for water conditions and scenery. For those seeking thrilling, intense rapids, the spring months from March to May are ideal. Snowmelt and seasonal rains swell the river, creating higher water levels and larger, more powerful rapids. But if you prefer a more relaxed experience with moderate rapids, summer, from June to August, is a great option, offering calmer waters and warm weather, which is perfect for families and beginners. Fall, September to October, offers beautiful autumn foliage, moderate rapids, and cooler but still comfortable temperatures, making it a stunning time to be on the river. But these are averages, and you really need to stay until the end to understand how the river can change and upset your perfect plans. But first, do I need prior rafting experience? No prior rafting experience is necessary for the upper section of the New River, where the rapids are gentle and classified as Class 1 to 3. This section is perfect for beginners or families looking for a scenic adventure with just the right amount of excitement. If you're interested in tackling the more challenging lower section of the river, which features Class 3 to 5 rapids, some experience or a willingness to embrace a more adventurous trip is recommended. Even if you're a first-timer, guides are there to help navigate the technical rapids, making it possible for novices to still enjoy the excitement of bigger water. But if you want to raft the gauley, you should have at least one good rafting trip under your belt. But this is more of a beginner video, which needs to include the question, what should I wear for rafting? It's best to wear quick-drying, lightweight clothing such as a swimsuit or synthetic athletic gear, since cotton tends to stay wet and heavy. For footwear, water shoes or sandals with secure straps are essential, as flip-flops can easily get lost in the water. Depending on the weather, especially in cooler months, renting wetsuits to keep you comfortable could just make a complete disaster into an amazing adventure. Additionally, it's smart to apply waterproof sunscreen on sunny days and leave in your car a towel and dry clothes to change into after your trip. Read our description while you watch for water shoes and other items we recommend for rafting the New River. A lot of people search for the answer to this next question. How dangerous is rafting in the New River Gorge? Rafting in the New River Gorge is thrilling but generally safe when guided by professionals. While the lower section of the river features Class 3 to 5 rapids that can be quite intense, safety measures are a top priority. Before hitting the water, guides provide a detailed safety briefing, and everyone is outfitted with essential gear like helmets and life jackets. While no outdoor activity is completely risk-free, the guides are highly trained to navigate the river and handle emergencies, ensuring a safe and enjoyable experience for participants. But while most of the rafting experience is a calm float down the river, the rapids can be quite dangerous. Be prepared to paddle when directed by your guide, and make sure you have the ability to use your feet and legs to stay in the raft as you bounce through the rapids. Balance and agility are keys to staying in the raft out of harm's way. How long does a rafting trip last? The length of your rafting trip depends on the package you choose. Most half-day trips last around 3 to 4 hours, providing plenty of time to enjoy the rapids without committing an entire day. Full-day trips typically run 6 to 7 hours, often including a break for lunch along the riverbank. If you're looking for an extended adventure, multi-day trips are available, where you can camp along the river and combine rafting with other activities like hiking or fishing for a more immersive experience. But your trip will be affected by the flow of the river. The faster the flow, the more you will get to see, and the shorter your trip could be. If the water is lower and slower, it could take more time. Are you enjoying this video? We share all of our adventures in this way, so you can get the most out of our adventures and visits to the national parks. Subscribe now so that when you search for a park we've been to, our videos come up at the top of your search results. Okay, let's answer the question to find out, are kids allowed to go rafting? Yes, kids can definitely enjoy rafting in the New River Gorge, though the section of the river and their age will determine where they can go. The upper section of the river with its mild Class 1 to 3 rapids is ideal for families, and many outfitters welcome children as young as 6 years old. For the lower section, which includes more challenging Class 3 to 5 rapids, the minimum age is generally 12 to 15 years, depending on the water levels and conditions. But understand that the tours don't control the weather or water, and every day they have to make difficult decisions on whether to allow children to raft for their safety. We still have a number of questions to go to help you understand whether you need to know how to swim and what happens during thunderstorms on the river. But first, how physically demanding is rafting? Rafting can be physically demanding, especially if you're paddling through Class 3 to 5 rapids on the lower section. You'll be expected to paddle in sync with your team, but the guide does the bulk of the navigation, especially in tougher rapids. Most people with a basic level of fitness will be able to enjoy rafting without any trouble. For those who prefer a more laid-back experience, the upper section offers a more relaxed trip that's less physically demanding. But what people don't know is that your feet and legs need to be in good condition, as they are used to keep you balanced and in the raft. Back issues can be a problem, as your core torso muscles are needed to paddle and balance on the raft. Consider these items when choosing to raft, but let's go on to the next question. Can I bring a camera or GoPro? You can certainly bring a camera or GoPro on your rafting trip, as we did to make this video, but it's important to make sure it's waterproof or securely protected. Many rafters use GoPro cameras with helmet or chest mounts to capture the action hands-free. However, some outfitters also provide professional photographers who will take pictures of your group as you navigate the rapids, ensuring you'll have memories to take home without risking your equipment. But the GoPro mounts on the tour-supplied helmets may not adapt to your device, and you will need your hands to paddle. So consider bringing a chest strap just to be safe if the helmet mount doesn't work. But you'll discover that taking video is difficult in the raft, and make sure you really consider whether you want to distract yourself from the adventure with a camera. We've discussed the upper and lower a bit already, but what's the difference between the upper and lower sections of the New River? The upper and lower sections of the New River offer very different experiences. The upper section is known for its calm waters and mild Class 1 to 3 rapids, making it ideal for beginners, families, or those looking for a scenic, relaxing float down the river. The lower section, on the other hand, features Class 3 to 5 rapids that provide a more intense, heart-pounding adventure. The lower section is best suited for thrill seekers or those with some rafting experience who want to tackle bigger, more technical rapids. The lower New also gives you a breathtaking view of the New River Bridge from below. Even though this is a simple question, it is worth answering. What wildlife or scenery can I expect to see? Rafting in the New River Gorge offers breathtaking views of towering cliffs, dense forests, and dramatic rock formations. Along the way, you may spot wildlife such as bald eagles, ospreys, river otters, and deer. The scenic beauty of the gorge, combined with the thrill of the rapids, makes for an unforgettable outdoor experience. In the fall, the vibrant colors of the autumn foliage add an extra layer of beauty to your trip, but don't plan on seeing much wildlife. If you do, it will be a rare experience to remember. So, do I need to know how to swim? While knowing how to swim can provide extra peace of mind, it's not a requirement for rafting in the New River Gorge. But don't underestimate how important your confidence around the water is to a fun and safe trip. You'll be wearing a life jacket at all times, which will keep you afloat, even if you do fall out of the raft. Guides are well trained in swift water rescue techniques and will ensure everyone's safety, whether you're a strong swimmer or not. But again, we recommend that you know how to swim well for your own safety and for the enjoyment of the other people you are rafting with. Can you imagine rafting, not being able to swim, and being in a rainstorm? That leads to our next question. What happens if the weather is bad? Rafting trips generally continue in light rain, which doesn't affect the experience much and can even add to the adventure. However, if there are thunderstorms or severe weather, trips may be delayed or rescheduled for safety reasons, but very rarely as lightning strikes above the rim of the gorge and not down into the river. Most outfitters have clear policies on how they handle weather-related cancellations, and many will offer rain checks or refunds if these conditions prevent you from rafting. So, how do I prepare for a rafting trip? Successful rafting in New River Gorge National Park includes wearing comfortable, quick-drying clothes and secure shoes that can get wet when whitewater rafting. Bring sunscreen and a change of clothes for after your trip. Hydration and nutrition is important, so drink plenty of water and eat beforehand. Do your research the day before, learn about the recent weather, and understand the water flow and what it means for your rafting trip. You'll also want to arrive early for check-in to ask any last-minute questions, and to receive your safety briefing, where guides will explain the basics of rafting and what to expect on the river. To continue planning New River Gorge, watch this video next.